Hello, and welcome back to Spiritfarer. This is the final episode, guys. Today we are going to say goodbye. We've had a good run, but now it's time. So, the only thing I did off camera between the last episode and this one, Jackie asked for a house, so I went ahead and built it, but you see she's... I keep saying she. He asked for a house, but I didn't talk to him yet or go inside. That's why you still see him there. I also did some silly side quests for people. None of them gave me anything important. It was just new dialogue. I also went back to the hospital to pick up the Spiritfarer for Daria because I didn't realize I hadn't done that. She had a beautiful purple saffron flower, which was lovely. I found more of that literary review treasure, which honestly, I don't know how often it's going to do that. I don't know if that's something that's just going to keep going, but I'm not getting rewards from it that make me care about it. I completed Elena's quests, and I didn't get anything from that. I just did it, and that was very grindy because I had to get a lot of citrine, amethyst diamond, and all those other things. And finally, Jackie taught me how to add a beehive. It sucks because I thought it was going to be like a hanging thing or something, but it actually just took up one of my crops, which is fine. You know, as long as you have a crop that's like fully done next to the beehive, they'll buzz around, and after a while they'll make honey. None of that is important because we're at the end of the game. Oh, there's nothing in here yet. He actually did it. And it's, very... Yeah, well, it's pretty much exactly what I asked for, right? I guess I just didn't expect it all to be so drab. Not that I mind. You should see some of the places I've lived. In comparison, this looks like a 5-star hotel, but, like, more boring. But in a good way. Boring like meditation or reading. Zen? Is that a word? Anyway, thanks a bunch. I'll be able to assist you much better with this little on-call room. Aw. Oh, Jackie. So nice. Oh, speaking of, let's go get some honey. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Jackie. I just kind of want to end the game now. So the goal of today is to complete all of Jackie's quests. That way I can get him to the Everdoor. And then I will get myself to the Everdoor. But let's go to sleep. Oh, hi, Lily. Hello, my beautiful sister. Hugs for you. I'm gonna sleep even though I don't have to, because that might advance the day for Jackie. I already know I'm gonna cry at the end of this, so I'm just kind of rushing through this part. I really just want to get it done. Wake up, Jackie! I don't have time for whatever it is you're doing. Oh, but that sucks because I will have woken Buck up as well. Sorry, Buck. Hey, Jackie. I didn't feed you either for a while. Dessert. Right on. Thanks for the meal. I was starving. Okay. You look so creepy. Buck? Ah, yeah, he's gonna tell me about the treasure. It was near the lighthouse. I don't care. But I guess I'll go there. Ah, good. Jackie. Oh, also, something I did. I found... Looking at something, oh yeah, I think I was fishing maybe, or I found some cargo, but I found the Dice Boys' first EP. And when I put it in the projector, look at this. Look at that little picture. That's so cool. Okay, anyway. Jackie, what do you want? I feel like I can't talk. I apologize if I'm like pausing a lot more than usual. I'm a little sleepy. Okay, what? Oh, I was trying to talk to you, not water. Hello. What the hell? Stella, I didn't do nothing wrong, all right? It was these gosh darn little psycho critters. They just lashed out at me. Bunch of lunatics. I'm caring for y'all, all right? You'd all be dead if I didn't care for you. I should just pump them all full of smoke and dump them off the boat. The little gosh darn... The bees! Shit. I'm doing it again, aren't I? Yeah, you are. It's Daria all over again. They're just bees. They can't do anything wrong. And Daria, she's just Daria. Well, she's just dead now. I took her to the Everdoor. I don't know why I get like that, Stella. Sometimes something happens. Anything. A big noise. Someone says something I don't like, or has got an attitude, or has a bad attitude. And it just gets so overwhelming. It feels like I'm drowning. I can't breathe and I can't think. I just start seeing red, and then I barely remember what happened. I want to change, Stella. You gotta believe me, please. I don't know how. I thought I could do it by myself, but obviously I Yeah, I'm a chump, I know it. Jackie the loser, don't think I haven't heard that one before. Can't do anything right, always messing up. Just, I need some time alone. I can't talk to you right now. Okay. Well, I'll just water in front of you again. Well, contact me when you have something you want to say. And get you on to that Everdor. Buck is just with me, I guess, until the end, because Buck hasn't asked to go to the Everdor. Buck is just chilling, pretending to be a pirate, sending me on searches for treasure, being the little nerd he is. And that's fine with me. When I look at Daffodil up close, I realize Daffodil doesn't have a mouth. Let's navigate close to the Everdor. You know, just in case. We won't go there yet. We'll just go, like, right outside it. We don't even need to ABC anymore. You know, we don't really need to always be cooking, but for old time's sake, look at that shit. I have 228 eggs. What the absolute hell did those damn chickens think they were doing? So I guess now it's just a waiting game. Let's just chill in here. Please tell me Daria's song is on here now. Yes. Play. That's what we'll do. In this episode, we will honor all of the spirits by listening to all of their themes, looking at all of their homes. Oh, and then also reading their files. But this is Daria's. This is my favorite by far. It has this like Spanish kind of lilt to it, and it's sad, but it's also mysterious. Like, I don't know, like you're really on a sea. Ah, I love it. So that's Daria's. All right, let's start from the first one. This is Gwen's theme. Da, na, 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 na. Oh, God. You guys remember? I'll be right with you, all right? I'm paying homage to the people who came before you. Gustav's theme I don't remember. Oh, that's right. See, it doesn't have, like, a memorable melody. Adel's theme. See, Uncle Adel's theme, yeah, this one's not memorable either. Even though I love Uncle Adel. Uncle Adel's very memorable. Summer song. I mean, that one's pretty, but it's also not memorable. Alice's theme. See, that one was memorable, but I didn't really like it. So far, like, my favorite is Daria's theme. My second is Gwen's. What's Elena's theme? Yeah, that's some Home Alone ass sound and shit. Come on, Elena. I don't like that one. Bruce and Mickey's. I mean, that one's memorable too, but it's not my favorite. All right, Astrids. I don't think I ever really paid attention to Astrids. That's very like Italian countries. Oh. That's actually pleasant. What about Giovanni's? Oh, I like that Giovanni's theme and Astrid's theme sound like they belong together, even with like the same instruments. I think that's a nice touch. I like that. All right, so my number 1 right now is Daria's, number 2 is Gwen's, and number 3 is Giovanni's, I think. This is cute. Stanley's is adorable. It's not one of my favorites, but I love it. Because it was so perfect for him. Buck's theme. Ooh, that part sounded like, what was it? You know, the Christmas song? And then tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. All right, Lily's theme. Okay, my sister's theme is good. Sis, your theme is beautiful. I think I'm gonna have to put it above Giovanni's. What is Beverly's theme? That was Beverly's theme? That little bird. I don't remember that at all. It's cool. It has almost like this like gritty noir feel to it. I'm into it. Oh, nice. We've already listened to Daria. Then we have the places. So let's just say, let me listen to Gwen's again to be sure. Yeah, I think Gwen's is gonna have to be below. I think my number 1 is Daria, number 2 is Lily's, number 3 is Giovanni's, and number 4 is Gwen's. So let me know what your top 3 favorite themes are for your spirits. Now for the locations, let's see, this is Futagawa's. Oh yeah, this is the one that it's just like atmospheric. It doesn't really have a melody. Grano Fields. Yeah, it's more of that. Into the Mines. Oh, that's right. Into the Mines is my favorite location music because I said a million times it reminds me of Final Fantasy. So this is number 1. Oh, it's so good. Hummingbird. Hummingbirds is quaint. That might be my number 2. Yeah, I think Hummingbird is my second favorite. So we've got Into the Mines is number 1 for location. Hummingbird is number 2 right now. That's just like a reprise of like the main one. That's Barkenshine Creek or whatever. No. Winter Village. I mean, it's quaint, but I'm not into it really. Is that Nordweiler's? I don't know. Bottom Line Corp. It's cool because it has that urban meatpacking district kind of feel. Crow's End. Yeah, this one's just atmospheric, but I like it. Especially that slight like minor, going into the minor key, or I don't remember what kind of chord that's called. I like that. So Crow's End might be my number 3. So we've got Into the Mines, Hummingberg, and Crow's End. What is Oxberries? Oh yeah, I hate this. Susan's Museum. Right, shipyards. Faraway tadpoles. Choo choo. Oh god, no. We all know what that is. Shedding off the mortal coil. What song is this? I don't know what song that is. The Great Catch. Yeah, I figured that's the tuna song. And then this. This is just some cool shit. Alright, so now I know what my top songs are. For the locations, Into the Mines number 1, Hummingberg number 2, Crow's End number 3. And for the spirits, it's Daria number 1, Lily number 2, Giovanni number 3, and Gwen number 4. Let's leave that on while we go see what... Oh, well, Jackie's asleep now. Fine. I'll go to sleep so that we can continue this. Like, this song is not on there. You know, the night song's not on there. Let me wake Jackie up. Jackie, it's time to get up. I hate to do this to you, but I want to end the game, so ding-ling-ling. Get your big ass out of bed. God. I'm just gonna be very casual, very neutral for whatever this part is, guys, because when it's time for us to go, I'm gonna be bawling my eyes out, so I might as well enjoy being totally mellow right now. Hey, Stella, we need to have a talk. I'm not doing good, Stella. Like, not at all. I know I act tough and all, but truth be told, I don't think I've ever been doing good. Shit. You know, you really do get on my nerves sometimes. Always so happy or caring. Just sparkly. I don't know how you do it. I've seen those people you care for. I know them because I've cared for them too. And yeah, sure, some of them are nice and all. But most of them, part of my language, they're assholes. Nitpicky, demanding, rude. But you, everything seems to just glide over you. Some old cuckoo yells at you because their pudding's the wrong color, and you just smile softly, gently, always. And then you magically fix the situation. You're always the first to arrive and the last to leave. And I've never heard you bad-mouthing a patient. As for me, I need help, Stella. Whenever I try to get better on my own, I just wind up sliding back in a dark place. And I'm so sick of being angry all the time. I think it's time I stop kidding myself. I'm not a caretaker. I can't even take care of myself. So, guess you have a new patient now. Sorry to be a burden like that. Not that I know of any other way to live. So, now the hard thing's been said, my room, it's a little bare, don't you think? I want a fresh start, but I'm not sure a naked jail cell is the way to go. When I think of something, I'll just ask. You straight, no games. For the moment, though, could you get me, some posters or something? I can't stand the concrete walls anymore. I really need them covered up. I feel like I'm getting cabin fever in there. I'm almost at the make a girlfriend out of mashed potatoes point right now. All right, well, I will improve your place. Don't you worry. Hang in there, skeleton. Weird. Very weird. I'm one of those people. That's why I always don't get along with, the girl that is the bitch. You know what I mean? Every job I've ever had, there's, the bitch. And I'm always the girl that bitch hates the most because I'm the one that kind of brings sunshine to everything. It's not that I'm always happy. I think people misread that. It's that I always maintain a positive demeanor and I don't take any stress or upset out on other people. So it never manifests itself externally, which is why people think that I'm always happy, And even when I express discontent about something, because I'm so measured, it makes it seem like I'm less upset about things than I am. But that's very much me. I go into a situation and no matter how stressful it is, no matter how depressed or sad or upset or angry or whatever I am, I'm just kind of the shoulder for other people, and I just present myself as a rock because that's just how I present. It's not that I'm trying to make people think I'm happy. It's not even that I'm trying to not bring anyone else down. I guess I have this belief that no matter what's going on with me, it could be worse. Even if it is as bad as it can get, it's not good to lean into it. And so I try to make the most out of every moment that I have and try to find something good and positive in every moment. So I think that's why I'm one of those people. And yeah, there's always the bitch that just hates it because they're they think it's you being fake. And they're I don't get how you're like that, how you're always bubbly, how you're always smiling, how, even when somebody tries to shit on you or pick on you, even when I try to pick a fight with you, you just smile and you tell me to have a good day. Ugh, I hate it. How can you be like that? But the truth is, guys, life is too short. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. So let me see what his thing needs. Oh, build. Done. Easy. Simple. Finished. I thought it would help, but yeah, it really doesn't. I don't need to hang in there, whatever that means. And I certainly shouldn't be proud like a tiger. Are tigers even proud? At all? Nah, a lack of pride is certainly not the problem. I'm selfish is what it is. I just think of myself. I act rashly and I wind up hurting people. Hurting a lot of people, actually. And hurting them bad. And then even if I try to make it better, it's too late. This shit, Stella, it sticks. And when you try to brush it away, you just wind up smearing it. You're just stuck with it and there's nothing more to it. Old Jackie. Yeah, I don't think I can ever get over it. I really thought the posters would help. Turns out they just make me feel terrible. But it might be good. Maybe I deserve to feel terrible. What? No, don't make that face. I'm serious, Okay, I've got another idea. I think I might need to focus on something else. Check out of Hotel Jackie just for a while. I was thinking of a plant, but I'm pretty sure I'd just kill it. How about something that can't be killed? Maybe like a little sand garden with rocks and stuff? It's kind of like meditation, I guess. Did you get me that? No problem, Jackie. I didn't mean to sit in your chair. I'm sorry. Let's go and see what I need for that. A heart-sized desert. Improve. Oh, I have that too. No, I don't. I need more silk fabric. And after we make the silk, since I'm over here, we'll go ahead and continue the honoring of the spirits who have passed through the Everdoor by reading their files. So let's get some silk thread here. Okay. Oh, what did I put in there? Oh, whoops. Okay, I don't know what I put in there by accident. Yikes. I forgot that there was that whole experiment thing. All right, I've got enough. So let's look in their files. Gwen. Almost lost a finger while living on a farm in Indiana. Her favorite cigarette brand has always been Red Apple. And the night her mother died, she ate 5 buckets of popcorn to deal with grief. Astrid. Makes a mean guacamole, but hates eating it. Despite her vocal protestations, she loves hearing Giovanni snoring. Stopped a Nazi soldier with a cast iron skillet during the war. You go, Astrid. Fuck those Nazis. Gustav. Doesn't also, why did I pronounce protestations that way? Protestate, it sounds very strange. Anyway, Gustav doesn't understand the deal with, what is that? I don't know what that says. Really likes rugby. Thinks the paradigm shift of postmodernist movements was a mistake. All right, Gustav. Elena might have eyes in the back of her head. Hates when people drag their feet. Saw the potential in you all along. Oh. Okay, that was kind of sweet. Alice. Likes one granddaughter more than the rest, but will never tell. Sometimes dreams of Ansgar's strong arms. Oh, that's right, because Alice likes the romance novels and stuff, and that's why we took her to Nordweiler or whatever. Alice, you were so cute. Uncle Adel caught a fish with his bare hands. Given a participation award at a wood carving contest. Sits down in the shower. Okay. Summer. Thinks citrine and quartz are different stones. Are they not? Is that why now that I have an improved pickaxe, when I mine quartz, it also gives me 1 citrine? Is it because they're the same thing? I never knew that. I was very into like rocks and minerals and things like that. I think I still have a tiny collection, but I love all that nerdy shit. Why not, man? Love the natural world like it loves you. Anyway, once mimic the movements of a sunflower field for a whole day. Secretly thinks Rose's family is weird. Bruce and Mickey. Thinks you don't need to know right now. Loves marble on everything. Says Mickey has never lost a fight. He lost his fight with life, though, didn't he? Buck. Secretly thinks Demons and Ghouls 2nd edition is better than the first. Has a fondness for Paul Bunyan. Can't help correcting people who say, I could care less. That, I get really upset about that, and I'll explain why. Some things are just sayings. They are sayings, they are idioms, they are phrases that are not meant to be taken literally. I could care less was just a phrase. The fact that it happens to be a phrase that you could interpret literally, which would in turn mean it doesn't make sense, is not the point. It was just a saying, I could care less. And because it is just a phrase, that elevates it above logic. So I'm not bothered by people saying I could care less. I'm annoyed by people who get really mad at it and are like, it should be I couldn't care less. It's like, it's a fucking turn of phrase, just leave him alone. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Giovanni splashes himself with other people's perfumes whenever he can. Had once stolen an ashtray that already belonged to him. Knows almost all of Pablo Neruda's poems by heart. Oh, I didn't strike him as one for poetry, but then again, he was a gigolo. He was a lover. Stanley saw a squirrel once. Ate 2 breakfasts in a day one time. Likes looking up at the stars at night. I miss Stanley. He's so cute. He was such an adorable little mushroom with his disgusting 4 arms. Beverly won 2nd place at Chelsea's annual chili cook-off. Never forgets if someone has ever been mean to her. Only had one favorite neighbor in her life. Oh, that's kind of sad because it was me. Jackie likes to boast about his foreign origins, but doesn't know much about his father's country. Often in his underwear, because he runs hot, has murky memories of his childhood. Whoops, Daria has chromesthesia. I wondered if she had... Okay, oh God, I'm sorry. I was very loud. A part of me wondered if she had chromesthesia. I thought she was a schizophrenic. But then I was like, no, because that wouldn't explain her description of the colors that she sees and her, like, experience. Chromesthesia, it says it here, sound to color synesthesia. It's basically when somebody experiences sounds and other feelings like as colors. So I thought that for a minute. Oh, okay, I should have just went with my gut. Was extremely popular throughout her art academy. Wishes she wouldn't act up as much when she gets visitors. And my sister Lily never turns down a drink. Afraid of the big unknown. Always there for her big sister. Oh, Lily's my little sister? So back we go. Do this improvement. I love that it's just already on there. Build. Neat. Oh, that looks much better. Oh, a stone garden. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I didn't think you'd go through with it. It's kind of silly, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what we're working with here. The sand is nice. It's got a cool color. And it's very fine, but still has some texture to it. And the stones, they're very pleasant. They've got a nice weight. Very stone-like. Even the little wooden rake is all pretty. It's all very soothing. My dad had a little sand garden in his office. Just like that, but much smaller. I always wanted to play with it, but he didn't let me. Guess that's the real reason I've asked you for one. Just to get back at him. But you know, he deserved it. The man, hell, he was okay. Shit. I'm doing it again. I'm lying for no goddamn reason. Mom and Pops were okay. They had their issues, sure, but I'm not messed up because of them. No, that one's on me. I don't know why I keep telling these tall tales. Like the one about my grandpa. Truth is, I barely knew him. I saw him once a year, and when I was old enough, he tried to teach me about bees. But I was just a dumb teenager. I didn't care. And then he died. So now I'm a dumb adult who knows jack shit about bees. Guess I want to believe that my childhood messed me up. Otherwise, I have to own up to my own shitty behavior. Yeah, maybe that's just who I am. Shitty and broken. That'd be fitting. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the garden, Stella. I'll, see ya. Okay. Do you need food? So, you like dessert. Well, let me see. No, I still didn't unlock your likes. Okay. So, if it isn't dessert... Do you like exotic stuff? Oh, it's not that either. Well, here's a hug. I'm gonna discover your favorites before you go. Oh, I unlocked an achievement. For what? Make all spirits reach an ecstatic mood at least once. Oh. While we're waiting for Jackie to do something again, let us put on what theme? Giovanni's. Jackie, what are you doing? Jackie, why are you looking at the bees, Jackie? Nothing to say? Oh. I didn't plant anything, so they won't come out. Doot. Hope you don't mind, Jackie. I have to water around you. Jackie, get out of my way! I need to water. Okay, Jesus. Oh, hey, Buck. Sorry. My sincerest apologies, I know. You don't have to apologize for wanting food. Here's some grilled chicken. Alright? Have something a little healthy. And give me a hug. And don't talk to me about the pirate treasure because I don't want to go get it. Damn it, I told you not to talk to me about it. I don't care, I don't want it. Alright, well, Jackie's taking a while to say anything, so I guess we will go look for the treasure just to kill time. The lighthouse is over here. Oh! Speak of the devil. I love how he's like, "Rrr." I got it now. Stella, I have something else to ask you, and I think this might be the one thing that I'm missing. You know how I never went to school? Well, I mean, I did, but I dropped out of school. So I figured maybe the problem is I'm not smart enough? I've got all this energy, but I don't know what to do with it because, hi, Alex, I was never taught. That's an easy problem to solve. I just need to get smarter. And the best way to do that is with books. I didn't care for them when I was a teenager. Didn't have the patience. But now that I'm a serious adult, I'm sure I can make it up super easy. Could you get some for me? I'll get you some self-help books, Jackie. Let's see, books. What am I missing? Pulsar ingot. All right, so let's take care of that then. Pulsar ingot it is. So where's my pulsar ingot? Pulsar ore, rather. There we go. Add some coal. And let's start pumping. You know what? Now that I've been listening to Giovanni's song at length, I don't know if I like it more than Gwen's. So to decide, once and for all, let's play Gwen's for a while. Not Gwen, Astrid. There you go. Oh, Jackie just teleported there. Neat. Whoa, books. Yeah, sure takes me back. Maybe I'd have turned out different if I'd stayed in school. When I dropped out, my parents kicked me out of the house. Shit. No, they didn't kick me out. Not right away, anyway. I just spent the next couple of years freeloading. I don't even remember what I did with all my time. Nothing, probably. They were pretty nice about it, but after a while we started arguing. Like a lot. And over nothing. And then I moved out. I was just too proud, and we pretty much stopped talking. So I guess they didn't kick me out at all. You know the rest of the story. I needed a job, and the hospital was so understaffed that they hired just anybody. That would not happen. What a shit decision that was. Better get into these books. Thanks, Stella. Okay. Like, I mean, even to work is something like an orderly. They don't just... I'm catching you red-ass-handed. Look at you eating my damn crops. You know what? It's the end of the game. It's fine. I didn't feed you. You have the right. Do what you gotta do. So, let's do this. Because I don't know where around this lighthouse the treasure's gonna be. Oh, wait. I remember. It was like, well, let me go look at the picture. All right. It was somewhere south in the middle of that with the things being flanked on either side. Okay. All right, let's go here. Then here. Then here. Safe travels, too. Just kind of sail around this area, see if I find the treasure. Oh, that was really creepy. I just heard something outside, and it sounded like the wail of a ghost. Hello, cow. I think I like that part better than Giovanni's. Get all this flour I do not need. You know, I feel like I'm missing something, because this is the kind of game where I feel like if I had actually gotten all of the available improvements and upgrades, I would have unlocked an achievement for it, and that didn't happen, so I feel like I'm missing something. Hi, Lily. Hugs. I'm just looking to see if there are improvements, built, that I did not get. I know I got all of the home improvements. I improved everyone's house and all of my places. And I didn't unlock an achievement? Weird. Well, whatever. You know, speaking of... Oh, I didn't want to say anything to you, sheep. Speaking of, you know, being sad and stuff like that, what did I make? Oh, fried surf. Sometimes when people give you advice, some people take it, I don't know, they take offense to it because they think that the advice you're giving implies that getting over whatever their issue is as simple as doing whatever you said. But sometimes, like I said, it's just saying not to lean into it. When you're suffering from depression, of course it can be very severe. Of course it can be something that, you may have so little control over, and that may be clinical to the point where you need medication. But when somebody says things like, well, try to go outside and get some sun, we're not saying that to imply that your depression will be cured by sunshine. It's because it's scientifically proven to have certain benefits, Obviously, it increases your vitamin D production. It helps reduce the symptoms of things like seasonal affective disorder. It's good for boosting your serotonin levels, which can, make you more restful. So, I'm just making the point that sometimes it's not that people are trivializing your depression or whatever it is you're going through. We're just saying that anything you can do to improve your mood and improve your physiological state, you should try. And getting sunlight is one of the easiest things. And again, the implication is not, this will make a difference that rivals medication or therapy or whatever else, just that it's another thing that helps. All right, so I tried exotic. Do you like old-fashioned? Damn right, a meaty dish. Stellars, I'm a big boy. Only meat can give me the protein to sustain my body. It ain't rocket science. So you're a meat lover like I am. All right, Jackie, I'm warming up to you. Just leave Lily's theme on. You like that, sis? I think you're not around right now. You only seem to come out at night. I'm not feeding any more of you, you damn... Oh my god. I'm not feeding you anymore, you freaking chickens. You give me too many damn eggs. Jackie, you're really making me mad because I don't want to go to the Everdor until you want to go to the Everdor. But you're taking so long. You're taking so long. Let's go here. Because I feel like this is where it was showing on the map. So let's try that. See if we get anywhere. Oh, also, I completed all of Susan's stuff. And you know what? Since this is the last episode... Oh! The treasure! The treasure! I found it! Yeah, see, it's just this kind of shit. I don't need that. What, Buck? Please tell me they're not gonna do any more of these. That 6 was it. And that you're now done. Captain! Great haul. You really put the arm in wholehearted. Oh. All ye lost treasures of Crow-Ends have been found. Oh, good. So there were only 6. Nice. An empire can finally be put to rest thanks to your effort. And seen. Wasn't that great? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Casper Crayford wrote me a personalized note, congratulating me for finding all the Crow's End Inc. treasures. He awarded me with the official title of Master Adventurer, since the magazine subscription was in my name. He thought I was the one finding all the treasures. Yeah, I know you did all the work, but it's not like I didn't already know where all the treasures were. Those clues were pretty easy. Sure, you went out, jumped into the water, got wet and all. Listen, I'll ask for another Master Adventurer card. I'll say mine got lost in the mail. That always works. I'll even ask for a name change, so we'll both have one. Old Johnny Silverleg would be proud. Let me do that. Oh, thank you. Somebody just beeped a horn right outside my window and it scared me. Wonderful. So now it looks like all I have left to do is go to the Everdor until Jackie gives me something else, which Jackie should. Oh, hi, Lily. Hug. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by finding that, for the last episode, I feel like I should wear something new. I like the Twilight outfit. What is that? Eshy's outfit? Blackberry, the pirate. Oh yeah, I got the pirate outfits. There were 2 outfits that I got for completing all of the Susan Museum quests. I think it was a pirate outfit and then something that said Thora's outfit. Yeah, this. I don't know who that is, but this is what I'm going to wear to see my way home, so to speak. You know? Oh, and if I'm gonna go, let me see. Periwinkle, do you have? Let me see. Kitty, you can be this color. All right. These are the colors that we're gonna be when we shuffle off our mortal coil. But for now, I guess I have to go to sleep. I sound so disoriented because I just want this to be over now. I really want to see how the game ends, and Jackie is holding me up. Ding-a-ling! Jackie, wake up. And give me something to do. I ain't playing with you. I'm gonna follow you around, Jackie. Oh, that's cute. He asks people if they need any assistance. Diving, 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 diving. Wanting the game to end. Wanting the game to end. Oh my God. Maybe sleeping one more night, Jackie will have something to say. You know what? I realized, and I don't know if this was something that I imagined or that this was in the game and the developers changed it. I could have sworn that at some point early in the series, I tried to feed fire glow to a sheep and it set it on fire. Like, and then it's like, its wool burned off and then it came back again. And it seems like I can't do that anymore. So now I'm confused because now I don't know if that was ever a thing I could actually do or if I just imagined that I could do it. Let's just go doing an Illuminati around the, around the Everdor. Jackie, at some point you're gonna have to advance your fucking quest. Is there anything that I didn't see? I don't know what that is. Oh God, finally! Jackie, please tell me this is the last thing you want, and then you're gonna just say you want to go to the Everdor. Please. Yes, yes, Jackie. I'm in a bad way, Stella. I don't know how you can stand the sight of me. I can't even stand myself. The books, I hate them. They're just a load of apologetic bullshit. They all say the same thing. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Ask for forgiveness. There's always time to be better. Do you think I can get better? Do you think I deserve forgiveness? I think you can get better, sure. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Little doe-eyed Stella. You're smart, but you're an idiot. People don't change. Know why? All these books, they say you can change by acting different. They're all looking forwards into the future. But the future doesn't exist. It's just a big whole bunch of nothing. A bag of lies we tell ourselves so that we can be happy. In comic books, the heroes forgive the villain, and then he joins their team, and everything's good forever. We conveniently forget that they've raised a whole city. They're genocidal maniacs, but it's okay. Because forgiveness. Real life ain't like that. People, they're made up of all the things they've done. Good or bad, doesn't matter. Same for everybody. And you can't ever change your past, no matter how much you hate it. You just gotta own up to it. And what if you can't? Nothing. That's what. Listen, Stella. I'm sick of it. I give up. It was a fun ride. Well, actually, it was shit. Just give me a holler when we get to the Everdor. I'll get out of everyone's way. Oh. I didn't want that to be how you go, but I mean, I'm taking you, though. Because I want the game to end, but that's not how I wanted you to go. Because you're giving up. Ah. And it's not true that people can't change. But, you know, I am going to be pedantic about it because I am a psych nerd. There are some people who are wired a certain way and, you know, they cannot change through behavioral therapy. You know, it can't just be a choice because their brains literally don't work that way. But for the average normal person, you can change, but it comes down to more than will. Like, you can't change your past because the experiences you have shape you. So going into the future, you need to have new experiences that will shape you in a different way. That's how you work towards changing who you are. You know, you don't do it just by saying, I'm going to be someone else. You do it by creating a new path for yourself with new experiences that facilitate the turning over of a new leaf. Anyway, it's time. To the Everdor we go. Now we can get to what I really wanted to get to, what this episode is really about. And I'm sorry for rushing through Jackie's quests, but I didn't really give a shit about Jackie. Didn't really like Jackie. But now what I really wanted to get to is my ending, which I am dressed to the nines for, both Daffodil and I. I want to see once and for all the end of this game when I finally take Stella to the Everdor. Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Hey? What? Jackie, what are you... Jackie? Heard the local college offered a great new class. It's called Personal Space 101. You should enroll. Jackie, you know where we are right now. Well, that's bizarre. That's never happened before. Let's go there. And then go there again. Did you change your mind, Jackie? Because I'm still taking you. But I hope you did change your mind about giving up. Buck, what are you doing? Why are you getting hungry so fast? What is going on? Okay. Jackie? Wow. Jackie is straight up running away from the Everdor. Maybe Jackie will say something when he gets in here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, hey, Stella. It's time, huh? I cleaned up a bit. Might as well leave the place tidy. I found this old suitcase, so I packed my stuff. But I guess I don't need it anymore. Kind of feels silly. Well, I'll just leave it here. You ready to do this? Yeah. Okay, sure. I'll be in the tender. Let's go. Let's go, Jackie. Let's go. Hey, Stella. I know it's a bit late, but I wanted to thank you for taking care of me. You know, on the boat. I know I didn't deserve it. Maybe that's the difference between you and me. You don't care about all that. You don't judge. And I don't want to sound mean, but you're simple like that. You see someone who needs help, and you help them. No questions asked. No payment expected. That's just how you are. And you didn't try and stop me when I said I wanted to leave. Thanks for respecting that. This is the song I want more than anything. Because this is my favorite song, maybe, in the whole game. I remember when I started working at the hospital. People kept telling me how great and noble I was for doing it. I was happy to take the compliment. I felt proud. And I even started to believe it. You know, I worked in that hospital for 15 years. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but never seen my bosses, not once. Just an endless parade of supervisors and managers, and half a box of donuts for the night staff on New Year's Eve. There was a book. You know, in the books you gave me? It was about, myths and stuff. Like old-ass stories. One of the book's chapters was about the afterlife. Things that happen after people die. In one of the stories, there was a river. And if you drank from it, you'd forget everything from your life. Just like blank slate. Poof, like that. Ain't that crazy? And then there was this other place with a weird name. Like Shoal? Something like that. It was kind of like hell, except not really. No fire and no pitchforks. That's where dead folks go. And not just the bad ones. Everybody. And in the shoal, I remember that everybody's equal. And there's no comfort. Doesn't mean it's uncomfortable. There's just nothing. Nothing good and nothing bad. And you're shielded from light and from judgment. The dead go there to be forgotten by the living. But they also forget and then turn to dust until there's nothing left. Just dust and forgetfulness everywhere and forever. Can you imagine that, Stella? Dust and forgetfulness. What a thought. Yeah, okay, we're there. Yeah, just bring it in. See you on the other side, Stellars. Or not. No, that was a cute laugh. Let's see Jackie's constellation. Shoal. Oh, that's the Hebrew place. Shoal. Oh, I like Jackie's. Bring all releasable spirits to the Everdoor. Achievement unlocked. I like the little, like, ding. Kind of like he's forever grinning. No, I don't want any more of this literary review bullshit. All right, I want to go to the Everdoor. Okay. I already am tearing up because I see Daria. All right, Lily, give me a hug to get me through this. One last meal? No, I can't even get my food. Who else? Oh, Astrid. I want to make sure I hug everyone. Beverly. Gustav. Alice? I think everybody is here. No, we've got Mickey and Bruce. That's 2 hugs. 1 for each. Jackie. Oh, Jackie, you're scary. Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, I don't blame you for moonwalking away from that. I think that was everyone's house. Oh, Elena, I almost forgot you. Okay, ladies, stop crying. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. Did you hug everyone? I think Daria's the last one. Because all of the homes I built on this side. Yeah. Yep. I think that's everyone. Except you, Daria. Oh, God. Let's take one last look at the boat. Can I go in here to actually see? Here's my ship, guys. For the last time. And I guess I should give you a hug too, Daffodil. For staying with me, even in the afterlife. Let's go. From this point onwards, there's no turning back. Do you want to continue? Yeah, I think it's time, guys.
journey where we grew as friends. Take me through the mist and storms in waters that are still unknown. Under guiding starlit sky, we will learn how to say goodbye. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But it's okay, we'll be together. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But I know we will remember. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But it's okay, we'll be together, my friend.
Well, guys, that was Spiritfarer. I can say, without hyperbole, I have never played or watched or experienced anything that made me cry as often as this game. Where do I even start? I've said so much about this game over the course of the 20 plus episodes of it that I don't feel like I need to completely rehash how I feel about it. So I'll just throw a couple of things out there. The entire setup, the concept of learning about grief and loss, how to let go, all these different themes, wrapping it up in something that is so literal, where you are literally helping people move on, but in a way that's still so abstract, where, you're taking the place of Karen, basically, like weaving actual mythology into something that begins as this fun kind of mystery, you just sailing the seas and having experiences, and that really being a great reflection of life, that it starts off as a journey, as this adventure where everything is new to you. Like it is literally new because you did not exist before. And all the experiences that you have, all of the people that you meet, and how this adventure, this thing that began as exploration and discovery, slowly becomes something you hold on to. It's not just about the new experiences you're having anymore, but it's about holding on to the experiences you had and understanding where your adventure has taken you thus far, the closer that you get to the end. Everything about this was just well done. It was remarkably well done. The different depictions of the different spirits and some of the ways that people pass on. Some pass on quietly in their sleep. Some unfortunately take their life. Some are ravaged by cancer. Some lose their minds at the end of their life and they lose their loved ones. Just their execution of the highs and lows of life through different walks of life. And the way that I feel like they nailed language, they nailed the tone and the feel of each of these spirits. So I really felt like these were real people. And doing all of that while still managing to tie it back to my character and make me feel like all of this was not just separate, right? It wasn't just about other people's lives. It was about my life and about how we touch each other's lives. And I think it was such a brilliant choice to not have it just be her family members and her friends, but also just the lives that she touched as a caretaker, the lives that she touched as a neighbor, because these are things that I've always tried not to take for granted. And I think I've said as much, not even in this series, but I think at randomly playing other games, about how important it is to me to draw as much as I can from the people that I meet. It's because we only have this one life. This one life, whether you believe in reincarnation, whether you believe that we will live again in other iterations, this iteration of life we only have once. And other people are a huge part of that. You never know how you touch someone else. You never know what you can take from how someone else touched you, even if it's just a brief ride in a cab or, an interaction with a customer at a store or a teacher at your school or your neighbor that you talk to every once in a while. No matter who it is, the guy who delivers your packages. There's so much to be seen and felt and learned and to look forward to and look back on. And I think this game encompassed that so well, to have different tones of voice and to nail that. I don't know, this game was just so fucking good. So I am thrilled to have had this experience. So thank you to Thunder Lotus for giving me something to tear up to, for giving me a game that made me think and made me feel. And thank you to everybody who watched this. It's a very long series. Another game down, guys, here at Frostland. I don't know how many more of those I will play. So to have played this through from beginning to end on this channel is a very special thing to me. I will always remember that. But we've got many more games to come, many new gems to uncover, and I look forward to uncovering them with you. So if you look forward to uncovering them with me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Support me on Patreon for the $1 tier or higher. Tell all of the people in your life that you love them, and I'll be back very soon with a new series.